You're listening to episode 3 of the Out of Town podcast. Today in the studio, we have the Flat Stanleys. Welcome, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You can launch into your first song when you're ready.
Cool.
All your information came at me so quickly, so I couldn't understand any of the words that you thought were so clever. What's that gotta do with me alone at a subway station, or me alone hiding in basements trying to avoid the fleeting sense that everyone was leaving? Everything you do is so dramatic, it's not funny, no one's laughing, and you're so fucking sensitive, it hurts me too, but what's that gotta do with me? Absolutely nothing. So please don't tell me what they think about me, cause they don't care and I don't care until I'm lying on the floor. If everybody's been through this, could we please get this over with? Cause right now no one fucking cares that I am walking out the door. And there are cracks between the lines, the type that don't fill up with time. Walking to my car from your house never felt so short. I can't find out my shaking hands how to turn the wheel without hitting a tree. Wish I would fall asleep, because then you never see me again. But searching for red flags and rose-tinted glasses has never worked for me. Everything you do is so dramatic, it's not funny, no one's laughing. You're so fucking sensitive, it hurts me too, but what's that gotta do with me? Absolutely nothing. So please don't tell me what they think about me, cause they don't care and I don't care until I'm lying on the floor. If everybody's been through this, could we please get this over with? Cause right now no one fucking cares that I am walking out that door. And there are cracks between the lines, the type that don't fill up with time. There's a head-shaped hole in the wall from when you ran across the room and tried to teach me something about pain that I hadn't learned in high school. You said I'll partake in all the planned activities, and I'll show up for your concerts, and I'll listen to your songs before they come out on the web first. Said I'm having an outburst cause I can't stop thinking about how you felt when I started drinking and drinking some more. You were trapped in Baltimore.
All right, the Flat Stanleys. So the last thing that you guys put out was a split with Tim Neal. That was last month, like a week ago, pretty much.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah. Do you want to tell me a little bit about like how that split came to be, like why you chose to split with Tim and
Yeah, sure.
just background?
He's one of my sister's best friends, and he's like an older brother to me. So, and he does like a lot of folk stuff. It just kind of made sense. We were just hanging around. We were like, we should do this. He was like, yeah, we should do this. So we did it.
Nice.
Yeah, that's actually the last release to not have myself or the bassist Steven on it. We've only actually recently been added as official members within the last month, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing guitar today, but I'm actually the drummer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Versatile.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying you guys were added into the band?
Yeah, like
Interesting.
the band started as Brian and Colin, and then they didn't have a drummer or a bass player, and me and Brian are roommates, and I was just playing music with him all the time. He was like, "Oh, you want to be in the band?" So now I'm here.
Cool. And are the two songs on that split? Are they going to turn up on the new record that you have coming out this summer, the new EP?
No, actually, all the stuff on the record is going to be stuff that we haven't released before. So,
okay. So I want to talk more about recording that. You told us that you recorded it with Jake from Modern Baseball.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know more about how that all was. Was it a sort of celebrity moment for you two, or was it really chill and laid back?
It was pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just,
like, he is one of our music idols, so that was really cool. But, I mean, he's just a normal guy. So it's really cool to just see what he thought of the music and help us out a lot.
yeah, get his input on production stuff.
So what was it like to have his input? Did he like try to push you guys a lot to do certain things, or?
No, not really. No, he kind of just got like we'd have ideas and he'd get excited by certain ones and like help us out with stuff. Like there's a lot of feedback on the EP, yeah. But yeah, he just helped us out in general, just making it sound how we wanted it to sound.
Awesome. And you said that that EP is due out sometime during the summer?
Yeah, it's gonna be early summer, like early July-ish. And then in August, we're recording with Joe Reinhardt at the Headroom.
Really?
Yeah,
Awesome.
from Algernon and
Yeah, recording the
Yeah.
debut album.
like
Wow.
LP, that whole deal.
So from an EP to an album, huh? That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty excited.
How like did you just like call him up on the phone or email him and be like, "Hey, we want to record at the Headroom"?
Just kind of emailed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shot him an email and sent him demos and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, let's
Nice.
do it."
Yeah, I've always looked up to him as well, especially in Hop Along. I saw him play with Hop Along. He's crazy
Yeah.
crazy guitar player.
Oh yeah.
So I found it interesting on your Bandcamp, your band bio
Yeah.
says, "Don't take this too seriously, but don't take it too not seriously."
Yeah.
Have you always sort of considered the Flat Stanleys as a fun type of band, or like your attitude towards the songs is just a fun type of songwriting style?
Yeah. I mean, it's more just like what's ever on my mind at the moment, lyrically at least. And then we just always want to have fun with it. Like, that's why it started. We were just messing around in my basement, that whole deal. And yeah, I guess I think the bio is as much a reminder for other people as it is for me. Because if I start to take the band too seriously in terms of like the content, then it'll lose the fun.
That's a good point. You have anything to add, Dustin?
Yeah, it's just to remind us to not take it too seriously. Like, even the Bandcamp URL is TFS are not a real band.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
saw
just-
that.
We're just joking around, We're not out here to get on, I don't know, the pop radio stations. We're just trying to have a good time.
Good. It's good to see a band that is like focused on just the aspect of solely being a band instead of like wanting the fame or the money or whatever it may be. All right, so you guys can play your second song.
I keep making jokes, I don't know what to do. Cause I am pretty sure you hate me, and I am clearly still in love with you. This wasn't the plan, it was only a problem I could never solve. Oh, I wonder if you've got it, and I've got friends who've never met you. They're glad that they can say that, but I am rather bleed before they let me call you back. Just got scared of everyone you've ever known. You tried to leave, I tried to run. I hit the ground as you were walking to your car. And maybe one day I'll get up, learn to breathe through coffee cups, and then I'll leave this situation and I will show off all my scars. I might jump out my window, I just don't like walking to my car. I'll use the fall to think about escape routes to the reservoir. And you said I should fix my self-esteem if I am ever getting out of bed again. But all my confidence was wasted, and all my self-esteem was broken. Can we ignore all the coffee stains on my fingers and the way your cell phone lingers over every conversation that we have as you get bored? I'm not exciting now, I know that you're not either. Running out of things to say, well, I'm so glad that you did. And I see your headlights coming, but I am happy to sit here. I am happy to sit here. And I see your headlights coming, but I'll lie down in the road, 'cause there's no point in running away. Scared of everything you've ever known. You tried to leave, tried to run. I hit the ground as you were walking to your car. Maybe one day I'll get up, learn to breathe through coffee cups, and then I'll leave this situation and I will show off all my scars.
So, a lot of your songs and song titles are kind of self-deprecating phrases and stories. And I was wondering if that's the way you guys are most comfortable writing, that like that's how it transfers from your brain onto the paper.
Yeah, probably. I guess it's just the way I deal with stuff that I do is kind of like in a joking, self-deprecating manner. Mm-hmm. It just helps me process things mentally, at least, like to not take it too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
So
like
yeah.
the whole band is very like self-deprecating. Like going back to the like TFS are not a real band, you know, we're not considering ourselves a real band. We're just, you know, doing whatever we want, and who cares if it sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think that in the future you could ever write a serious song, for lack of a better word, or like would you bring yourselves to do that?
Well, there definitely are some serious songs.
Yeah, not that have necessarily been released yet, but yeah, like stuff I've written in the past for other projects and stuff has been very serious and heavy. So I think in the future,
Even the next one we're gonna play is pretty serious.
All right. And going back to the story part of your songwriting, are most of these stories in your songs based on like true stories, or do you just make some of it up, or is it like a little bit of both?
it's mostly just experiences I've had, but I'll pull phrases. Like I listen to a lot of, especially being in New York, I just listen to a lot of conversation on the street. And if I hear a certain phrase I like, then I'll use it and apply it to a situation I've had or that one of my friends has had. But yeah, it's for almost the most part, it's real stuff. Yeah.
So what was the most bizarre conversation that you ever like pulled a lyric from?
Oh man. Trying to think. I think I pulled a line from one of my professors once. I can't remember what it was. But oh man. There's also in the next song we're about to play, which is actually the first time we're ever playing one of the songs from the new EP we recorded with Jake. There's a line that I pulled from a text message that I forgot to send, and it was like almost word for word. Just yeah.
Was it like an important text message, and you were like, oh, I didn't send it, crap? Or
I thought it was important at the time. It wasn't really important. What had happened is basically I was just having a panic attack, because that's something that happens sometimes. And then I thought my friend was mad at me for having a panic attack, but they didn't even know I was having a panic attack. So I was going to like apologize through the text, but I forgot to send it. So
let's see. And yeah, you can play your next song. Sorry.
cool. Yeah.
We got to retune real quick.
This is titled "The House That Ewald Built," and it will be on the EP we're releasing in July.
I spent all my money for my fake ID, bailing my best friend out of jail. And I spent hours up at night counting all the people that I have failed. But I've got breathing exercises that I'm good friends with, and they force me to exhale. But there's nothing that I want, so you can all take it, you can all take it, you can all take it. I never wanted your pity. You can all take it, you can all take it, you can all take it. I've got a shooting pain inside my head, it doesn't let me sleep. I've got several secrets I could sell that I don't think that I can keep. I've got dishes I could do, and I've got problems I could sweep. Under rugs of drugs and alcohol, they told me not to drink. I'm sorry. I couldn't have possibly known what the drugs would have done to my body. I miss you and what you embody. I didn't think I could have taken one more moment outside of my body. Melissa, I'm sorry. I couldn't have possibly known what the drugs would have done to my body. I miss you and what you embody. I didn't think I could have taken one more moment outside of my body. Melissa, I'm sorry. I couldn't have possibly known what the drugs would have done to my body. I miss you and what you embody. I didn't think I could have taken one more moment outside of my body. Outside of my body.
That was excellent.
Thank you.
I loved it. So, when you're writing songs, and you're telling these stories, and you also like name people in your songs, do you ever just know that they're gonna hear it and be like, "Hey, that's me," you know?
Yeah. I actually usually, like, in the case, there's one song off of our first EP that uses voicemails, and in this song, I use someone's name. Like, I ask them if it's okay before,
Okay.
just to respect their privacy and such.
Right.
But yeah, everyone's just like, yeah, sure, like it's fine.
And like I remember, because just listening to that song, I remember I was reading an interview with Jeremy Baum from Touche Amore, and he was talking about how no matter what, he'll always write what he wants to write, like no matter who is involved or like who it affects. He just wants to write it, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Do you think that you have sort of the same approach? Like if someone, even if you ask permission for someone to be in your song and you're singing about them, like if they came up to you and said like, "Hey, what was that about?" Like, would you just say it was what I wanted to write? Like it came from my heart, and like that, that's that.
Yeah, probably. I mean, to a certain extent, if it's like a shared experience or like a relationship kind of thing, it's just gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that's been bothering me, it's just I'm gonna write a song about it. It's always how I've dealt with like processing things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think to a certain extent, it's just I'm gonna write what I'm gonna write, and that's the way it is.
No apologies necessary whatsoever. Do you want to add anything?
I don't know. I feel like if he's just writing about someone, he doesn't even need permission. Like using their voicemails or their name, like it's respectful to ask their permission. But if he asked permission for every single person he wrote about, yikes,
It's a long
that'd
list.
take a long time.
Yeah.
That'll take a while.
Yeah. So like having the voicemails on the one song, it was it One-Sided Fist Fight? Was
Yeah.
that the song? I love
Yeah.
that song. It's great. Like how did that idea come up? Because like that's a fairly unique thing to put on a record. I mean, like I know Modern Baseball has a couple with them on it, but aside from them, I haven't really heard any bands that use them that much.
Yeah. It was just voicemails that I had from a relationship from forever ago, like one of the, like first relationship type of deals. And we're still really close friends with her. So I don't know. It just kind of made sense in terms of the song to just put them in, because I have a problem with writing choruses, in which I don't like to do it, because I've started doing it a little bit more, just because they have their place in songs. But I just feel like once I've said something, I've said it, and I can, like, a lot of times I'll change the lyrics but use the same melody for a chorus, that kind of deal. So I just wanted to kind of mess around with the idea of a chorus and use voicemails as a sort of chorus.
It's a cool idea.
Thanks.
Respect that a lot. Now, so you guys drove all the way up here from Baltimore,
Yeah.
and I want to know how much of an impact living in Baltimore has had on your songwriting, if any. Whether it turns up in your songwriting or just living there in general and your experiences have kind of shaped what the Flat Stanleys have become.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of the stuff wouldn't be the same without having lived there and the experience, because we're just north of Baltimore, so Baltimore County is kind of like the suburb, just that brand of life. I think I use references to the area quite a bit in the lyrics.
If you listen through the songs, you'll notice he mentions Baltimore in probably about every other song.
Yeah. So I'd say it's a big impact, for sure.
And you said you're going to be coming up to Philly soon, so is it gonna like change over from Baltimore to Philly, or are you gonna just keep referencing Baltimore? Or
I don't know. Baltimore is always going to be like it's always going to be the place I go back to. Like it's where my parents are. It's where my friends are from. That whole deal. So I'll probably just stick to Baltimore. Change it up a little bit, maybe.
You'll probably start referencing New York a bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
do you yeah, you were talking about New York. Like, were you up there for school, or do you just go up there a lot?
Yeah. We're up there for school right now. At the new school, doing that thing, and then we're both probably going to transfer to Drexel or Temple, either one, in Philly. So, yeah.
Cool. All right, you guys can go into your fourth song.
Cool.
Third song, fourth song.
Tony? This is another song off of the EP that we're releasing in the summer. It's called Long Live Tony Perkis.
Tony's in the basement, hacking out his lawn, screaming at his body, why won't you fucking stay young? If there's anything to learn here, it's not what to expect. You always pay for dinner and you haven't bought it yet. Susie's in the shower, screaming out your name. She's mispronouncing everything and not accepting blame. If there's anything you want now, it's anyone but me. You always drink my coffee and there's nothing left to say. All my feelings left after that night. I tied my arms across my chest and slipped away from all the mess I could expect from you. And Trevor's on the couch, he just passed out. To tell the truth, I could have done without the head-shaped hole left in the wall you made. It was a nice idea.
All right, you heard it here. 2 new songs from the Flat Stanleys EP that will be out this summer. Does it have a title yet? Are we allowed to say it?
Right now, the title is Dancing to Dad Rock.
That is amazing. I completely approve of that. So do you guys have any plans to like tour off the EP or play out anywhere?
Yeah. So the current plan is we're recording the album with Joe Reinhardt in its early August, and we're planning on going on a short 1 or 2 week tour like the right before that, so the last week or 2 of July,
Nice.
just around the East Coast.
Cool. Like, are you going to just like go up all the way up and down, or like?
Wherever we can get shows.
Yeah,
Nice.
pretty much a crawl up I-95 wherever we can go.
Well, here it's pretty. I would say pretty easy to find shows. I mean, you can come play in the basement here, I guess, if you like.
Down.
I'm trying
So
to
down.
I'm trying to get Storm to have shows down here. but
Let's do it. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Hottest venue of 2017.
yeah, I think so. I think it has potential.
It does.
But-
It's awesome. It's an awesome space.
The lights changing colors. It's perfect.
Yeah, we had those in our apartment when we lived together at school. Always a good time. But all right, guys, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
We'll hope to see you out on the road when you're touring off that new record.
Sounds awesome.
All right, cool.